Hello. Hi. We are sitting on the floor of my bedroom, and the reason, like, it looks ridiculous. The reason is then I can access things easily when I talk to you. So I really miss the old YouTube videos when people would show their everyday makeup routine and tell you unfiltered things about their lives. So we have a makeup routine to do. This could end up in a disaster because I don't know if I know how to tell a story while doing my makeup. We'll find out. The first step of my routine is putting on my lotion. I usually put the lotion on first. So this was years ago, probably a couple presidential election cycles ago. In America, that's every 4 years, so this must have been over 4 years ago. I was in a political party. There are two major political parties in the United States. I was in one of them, and one of my friends contacted me, and he really wanted to hop on a video call with me. He needed some of my time. He needed to basically open up to me about something that he had been not hiding from me exactly, but maybe not mentioning it. So the next step, it's like, I feel funny like going back and forth. This is my sunscreen. I think sunscreen is something that I wish I put on every single day of the year, but I fail to because I'm lazy, but I really need to, and I usually put it on my neck and the back of my hands and my face because I am scared to become a raisin. There are memes about Asian women suddenly becoming raisins at a certain age, and those memes terrify me. But I also see older Japanese grandmas who have perfect skin, so that gives me hope. Anyway, so he contacted me, and that evening we got on to a video call. He had, I think his wife, who I love, might have been on the call. I think one of his best friends might have also been on the call, so it was like very serious. And I had no idea what was going to happen. Why is it so serious? Why are we not on a phone call? Oops. I have this free sample of concealer, and I use it as my concealer. I think it's great. It's like not just the fact that it's free, but it just happens to work for me. I think it's Korean, not really sure, but it's great. So I put it on places where I'm red. So my friend's on the video call and he puts up a PowerPoint. I don't know any other time in my entire life that my friends have put up a PowerPoint for me. I'm not so special that the PowerPoint was made just for me, but I'm pretty sure he worked really hard on it. The main takeaway about the PowerPoint was that he wrote on the PowerPoint that the name of the political party I was in was evil. And I was like, totally offended at first. I was like, dude, you can't, what are you doing? Like, you can't just say that. If you were trying to convince me to join your political party, it might not be a good idea to just start off with your party's evil. So he was like, okay, that's fair. Maybe that was a little too strongly worded. But it was so funny. We ended up having the best conversation. And then at the end of the conversation, he and his friends and wife too, they were like, look, we're in a chat room and all of us kind of agree with each other all the time. It's becoming an echo chamber. And I was like, okay, that's I respect that. The fact that you called that out is really cool. And then they said, would you like to join us? And I was like, I don't agree with anything that you guys agree with, though. And then they were like, well, that's the point. We would like someone who doesn't agree with us at all. I haven't actually said which political parties anyone was in, because I don't think that's the point of the message. And I don't want to tell you what to think. But the group does want me to mention that they are Christian, and that's very important to them. I joined them. That was a while ago. And we ended up having countless debates about every single topic, about immigration, about taxes, about how political parties work, about political donations, about abortion, about how much religion should be a part of everything in our country. Just anything. anyone who had an opinion was encouraged and is still encouraged to this day to just say it. And also, we have this rule. We promise we'll never screenshot anything or share anything outside of the group. We will never tell anyone who these people are. We will never tell anyone the details of what we're discussing. Sadly, that's necessary in our country these days. It's like, in my opinion, too bad. Because when I grew up, we were asked to debate in schools. We were asked to take sides and practice debating and really examine what we believed. And I don't see that anymore these days. I just see a lot of judgmental comments about other people who don't agree, and there isn't that much time spent actually trying to find out why people reach their beliefs and if those beliefs can stand being tested. This group has really helped me a lot with understanding why people believe what they believe and never, ever, ever asking me to agree with them. And so that's been really fun. Sometimes I put on some foundation. I don't usually. Usually I feel like just a minimal amount is enough, but just to show you, this is my foundation. This is the same foundation I used for my wedding. I did my makeup for my wedding, so it's like pretty fancy, but I don't use very much of it and rarely ever use it at all, and I only use about half a drop of it. But for something really important, I'll use maybe like one whole drop. So the other unspoken rule we have in this chat is that we promise to remain friends if we disagree. And that can be really hard and painful sometimes when if one person's saying something that I really don't agree with, and I always have to ask myself, first of all, why am I offended? Second of all, if these are well-meaning people who don't want to harm people and want to make the world and this society a better place, why do they reach the conclusion that they reached? I think it should be a different way. But why do I think that? In this group, we respect anyone, no matter what beliefs they land on, as long as they reach their political party or their value system in a logical fashion. We acknowledge that you can actually reach all these different conclusions based off of what your initial assumptions are. Some of us start with certain assumptions and values and emphases, and other people start with other ones, and we always often end up with different opinions. But we're all trying to be good people and help people and be caring, and we have that in common. I think then it's okay with us that we end up with basically political differences and end up voting for different people sometimes. That's like a very unique friend group that I have. And when I think about it, that's also one of the most valuable friend groups I think I have, because I have the ability to say what I really believe, and no matter what it is, we'll talk about it and we'll try to understand each other. More than a political party, I value the most thinking critically and challenging my beliefs and testing them in different places to see if they hold up. I have this huge passion for looking for the truth in whatever I'm studying or learning about. Even if it's as like maybe mundane sounding as makeup, I spent years iterating and iterating until I found the right makeup for myself. I think like after I move and I settle down in the new place, I think that I would like to host some small debates. Maybe I'll just invite a few people who will disagree with each other and see what happens. But it could also be a bloodbath, so who knows? This is a Japanese lipstick that I found in Osaka, and they don't sell it in America. Lipstick is really hard. I've never been able to use a lipstick color that someone recommended to me. I've always just had to sample different ones and see what works. I guess there are just too many shades of colors in the world. That's a good problem to have. We have too many shades of colors. Sometimes I darken my brows, but I use an extremely light shade. That's something that's probably more applicable to more people. I use a shade that's for blonde people because for me personally, if I use a darker shade, my brows get heavy very quickly. Oh, another like interesting makeup concept that might apply to a lot of things where you have to paint things on a canvas is that every person's face takes a different amount of makeup to look like they have makeup on. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it applies to the walls of a house we have to paint, or maybe it applies to different paint canvases as an artist. I don't know. Maybe how much music you need in a room. That could be different in every place you go. This is my Korean eyeshadow palette. And another thing I really like to put on sometimes is just this highlighter. It's actually liquid highlighter instead of powder. And I put it here and here, and it gives a little bit of a gloss to my face, which is much needed because my face is often very dry. I don't usually use a lot of brushes, but a blush brush helps me a lot. There's no way my fingers can give off the same effect. I just have a relatively popular, generic, mainstream blush. I'm not so happy with it, but it works. And blushes last a really long time, so I feel bad about buying new ones, and they're also really expensive, so. And then I tap a little, and then I put blush where I think it would look good on my face, but I don't know if that's actually true. Let's do my hair now while I finish talking. I got this $1 hair curler from Goodwill, and it's the best one I have. I follow political commentators on the internet that I disagree with on purpose because I always want to know what other people think so that I can understand what all of the mainstream opinions are about a certain topic. I don't know why. It's not very fun for me, but it's always really interesting to me. That's pretty much it. I hope it wasn't like too boring of a story, but I think it's always funny when your friend gives you a PowerPoint presentation. So if one of your friends ever offers to give you a PowerPoint presentation, you should always say yes. Because they're busy with their lives, and then for some reason they're working on this PowerPoint presentation. It's probably really serious. It's probably going to be really entertaining. I think we should go outside. I think we should go window shopping. We should look at bags. We should look at watches. What should I wear? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wear the same sweater I always wear. You should put on a coat. I think it's a little bit chilly here. Let's go. We should also grab some sandwiches because it's lunchtime. We're really, really lucky that we can just walk to Fifth Avenue. We're really close. We're almost about to pass Radio City Hall. I brought my bag. Well, I didn't actually bring a nice bag, but when you bring a nice bag to Fifth Avenue, people treat you so differently. I think when I bring my nicest handbag, people are so obsequious that they'll apologize for the weather. And then if I don't bring a handbag, they kind of ignore me. So when I need help, I'll bring a nicer bag. That's the sad, sad reality of Fifth Avenue shopping, I guess. Maybe we can look at handbags first and then watches. Lots of places to choose from. I could definitely never pull off a beaded bag. Ever. I'm not cool enough. Everything here is wildly expensive, but it's fun to look, and it's free to look. right now Chanel's trying to be more picky about who they sell things to or when, I think. Almost like Hermes. Yeah, I wonder what's really going on. Let's go to the watch store now. They'll probably be way nicer. Reversos are always really cool, but they're pretty hard to pull off because of how they sit on the wrist. I've always wished that I could pull off a reverso, but they look really bad on me. That Dolce Vita, I know it looks like a tank, but one of my friends has such a small wrist that that's actually the only tank-like watch that actually suits her. So if your wrist is super, super, super small, then I recommend the Longines Dolce Vita.
This date over here, white gold with the blue dial.
Oh, so beautiful.
Also, we have a steel and yellow gold seat dweller available. Wow. 43 millimeter. You visiting New York, Olivia?
Oh, I'd love to. Oh, I'd love to. Thank you so much.
Welcome. You want a bag or anything?
Thank you.
You want a bag?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Thank you for coming.
Well, the watch people were thousands of times nicer than the Chanel people, so that says something. And you can wear a watch 24/7, but you can't wear a bag 24/7. I guess if you're in Fifth Avenue, you should definitely buy a watch. And now we have a new book. Uniqlo, the reason for Japan's richest man. How does it know what I put in the bin? This is totally off topic, but I'm still following the subreddit My Boyfriend is AI, and now Reddit has recommended the subreddit Cogsuckers, and they make fun of everyone who's on My Boyfriend is AI. So it's really interesting to see both sides of the argument. Whenever I'm bored, there's always someone arguing on the internet that will entertain me.
My man, someone's a moron. If you vote Mom Danny, you might lose your mommy because he's gonna bring more crime. You heard?
It's America first. We like Joe Biden's auto pen on the vanilla ice cream, Obama swagger. We like it all. But Bill Clinton, we say make America great again. We're talking 1990s New York.
That's right, exactly.
Bill Clinton was tagging hoes in the office. You want to bitch at me about a couple of prostitutes? That's the N-word, folks.
It is almost time to go. So you should put your Halloween costume on and I will show you mine. So close your eyes. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ta-da! Ow. I guess now vegetarians are cannibals. All right, let's we should take the one downtown to Franklin Street or something now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. The sky definitely looks like Halloween. Lots of good costumes. 2 Donkey Kongs, 1 Sleepy Joe Biden, Glinda the Good Witch. I am also sitting by the wall. If you don't want to talk to people, that's okay. There are a lot of new people here, and we can always be wallflower friends. I can't see.
Cheesecake.
No, that. What you're
No, it's not flan. It's
It's fun.
cheesecake.
I got you. It's on, yeah. Who else?